Welcome to the 8th grade Math Homework Helper Series. Tonight's homework is MS2, multi-step equations, variables on one side. We'll start by taking a look at problem number 1. For problem number 1, we have x plus parentheses x minus 6 equals 20. So we'll start by copying the problem. Now we need to make sure that we combine the like terms. In this case we have x's, and so we can do that and eliminate the parentheses. So let's combine those two like terms, the two x's. Our minus 6 comes down and our equals 20 still comes down. Now we want to isolate this x. We can start by removing the 6. So we add 6 to this side, and whatever we do on one side of the equal sign we have to do on the other. So we're going to add 6. So we have 20 plus 6, which is going to give us 26. And we can bring our 2x equals down. For step 3, we bring down the problem. Then we have to isolate the x by dividing by 2. Again, whatever we do on this side, we have to do on this side. And that's going to bring us to x equaling 13. Okay, let's take a look at problem number 6. For number 6, we have 7k minus parentheses 4k minus 39 close parentheses equals 0. So we need to think about how this problem is set up, and the fact that there's a negative in front of the parentheses. We could think about it as there being, as we copy it down, we can think about it as there being a 1 that's set up inside here. And that negative 1 is going to be applied to everything inside the parentheses. So as we redo the problem here, you can see the negative 1 multiplied by the 4 just gave us negative 4, which it seems like we already had because we had the negative here. But it did change the sign. Negative 1 times 39, that negative 39 now became positive. So anytime you have a negative sign outside the parentheses, it's going to change the signs of everything inside the parentheses. And now we can combine like terms with 7k and 4k, which is going to give us 3k, and we can bring down the rest of the problem. And that is where we're going to take the next piece right in here. So we have 3k plus 39 equals 0. Again, we want to remove the 39 by subtracting. Whatever we do to this side, we have to do to this side. And if we subtract 39 from 0, we're going to get negative 39. And our 3k comes down. So we have 3k equals 39. We need to isolate the k from the 3, and we do that by dividing. And when we divide that, the 3's cancel out. Again, whatever we do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other. So now we're left with negative 39 divided by 3. And that's going to leave k equaling negative 13. Moving on to the next page and last problem, we're going to take a look at number 9. We have 7r minus 6r minus 5 equals 7. We take a look at step 1, rewrite the problem. We have 7r minus parentheses 6r minus 5 close parentheses equals 7. Again, we have that negative sign there, so we want to think about there being a 1. And we know that really what this is going to do is it's going to change the sign of everything inside the parentheses. So let's rewrite it. And our 6, which was positive before, is now negative, and our 5, which was negative before, is now positive. And then we can go ahead and combine like terms. So we have 7 minus 6 is 1r, and we can bring down the rest of the problem. Plus 5 equals 7. Now, I don't need to keep writing the 1 in front of the r because it's just implied that it's there. So as I rewrite it for our next step, I can just do r plus 5 equals 7. Again, to isolate the r, I want to subtract 5. And if I do that to one side, I have to do it to the other. And if I subtract 5 from 7, I'm going to get 2. And I can bring down the r equals. And so that solves our problem. R equals 2. Hopefully these problems will help you to solve the additional problems that you have in your homework. Remember, the key to being successful in math is not only working hard, working smart.